Here comes your pre-market summary for Monday, September 26. Futures back in negative territory once again this morning, coming off not only a pretty ugly week, but a pretty ugly end to last week on Friday, with most markets either testing, some even breaching the June lows coming off the Fed last week, and some of the comments that we got even on Friday from Fed Chair Powell, who remains very hawkish and will apparently remain very hawkish in their stance on this fight against inflation. Here's a look at the market right now. 0.63 for the S&P to the downside, leading the way. 0.58 there for the Dow. The Nasdaq about 0.5% as well. You can see crude continuing its slide. 0.74 currently. Bitcoin and Ethereum back in negative territory as well. Pretty interesting look here to start things off so far this morning for the overall market. You can see what happened on Friday. If I zoom it or move that over a little bit, make it easier for you. We did actually not on the S&P touch the June low, but we did on the Dow and the Nasdaq, even breaching it at one point. But the S&P held a little bit higher before closing higher, rallying into the close. Few interesting storylines to develop this morning. Amazon saying on the weekend it's going to hold a second Prime Day ahead of the holiday season and holiday shopping season to help boost sales. We'll have a look at Amazon shares. Micron downside this morning. Susquehanna cutting their price target ahead of Q4 results. They're coming. Yeah, we'll get Micron earnings on Thursday this week. If I zoom in, you can see, there we go. That's Friday's candle. Nike shares back to the downside. We got Nike earnings last week. If you remember, that was a bit of a mess. We got the gap to the downside. It did actually close green on the session on Friday, but more negativity. Telsey Advisors cutting their price target on Nike this morning. Casino stocks jumping in a big way this morning right across the board. Macau saying they're going to allow mainland tour groups to resume as early as next month. So all of these back to the upside. WYNN, LVS, MLCO. We'll have a look at MGM as well. XPeng shares getting a boost this morning as well. Some of the Chinese EV makers in play, gapping higher here on news. Yeah, the company's CEO boosting his stake in the company. Li, on the other hand, LI, downside in early trading after cutting their delivery forecast for the current quarter. Going to be a busy day. We didn't even talk about Elon and Twitter because that's getting going this week. Elon set to be deposed starting today by Twitter lawyers. We'll touch on that coming up as well. Grab the watch list, guys, on its way out to you right now. Use a QR code on screen. We'll see you at 8:30 on TraderTV.Live.